Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today joining us with Master Fitter Sam Smith, where we're in the final stage of Dan, our sort of lowish handicap golfer. He's off sort of 6 now. His final stage of his fitting, where we're going to confirm his combination of irons, aren't we?
Yeah, as I said, we said in the last video, you know, we're a bit unsure in terms of like the top end of the bag. So yeah, we brought a few options. So we've got like 4 iron in ZXi5, ZXi7, and then we've got the utility as well.
Yeah.
So I brought his fitted 7 iron as well, just have a bit of a feel again. And yeah, you're just going to see what he kind of prefers the feel of, look of, and just what route he wants to go down.
I've had a little bit of a chat to Dan on way down, and you know, I'm in that mindset of potentially going into a utility 4 iron. So I think when you get to that top end of the bag, that's where you need that bit more forgiveness. And you're generally playing them shots where you want a, you know, a good ball flight, aren't you? You know, you're just into par 5s or off par 4s, but he's not sure.
Yeah, I use a driving iron for a 4 iron at the minute. I have for quite a while. Just yeah, it's a good one off the tee, I'd say. You know, a bit hotter off phase, maybe a bit lower spinning than some others.
It'll be an exciting video for you guys because I think a lot of people in this Srixon ZXi market are looking to combo their irons. They don't know where to split the set. I think in Dan's mind, he's thinking of going ZXi7 up to 7 iron, and then 6 iron to 4 iron in ZXi5. But let's see what direction he goes in after this test, because the beauty of seeing you, Sam, a master fitter, is that any player that comes for a fitting, you get to actually test these.
Yeah. Like I said,
it's not a guess, is it?
No, like I said, we can definitely see, you know, what we're doing in terms of, you know, playability, just the look of them as well.
Today.
So yeah, we've got the 4 iron in the ZXi5.
Yeah.
And we've got the 7 iron, sorry, ZXi7 4 iron as well. And then, like, so we've got a couple of the utility options.
Can you just put them 4 iron soles together? We're just going to have a little close look for
There's definitely quite a big difference, really.
Can you put the utility in as well?
Yeah. So
and let's just sort of show these profiles.
Soles are very different.
So yeah, they do vary quite a lot in thickness, don't they?
But yeah, it's just yeah, it's a bit more forgiveness in the driving iron. It's not a bad thing.
If we could just have a look from top as well, the leading edges at the top, because I think for your better players,
yeah, definitely a little bit of a difference.
So yeah, going from the utility to ZXi5 to ZXi7. I mean, ZXi7 and 5 aren't too dissimilar, are they? From top?
They're quite similar, but then the utility definitely goes a bit chunkier, bit thicker top line. You can see a bit of the back, you know, as well. So again, it depends if Dan doesn't mind the look of that. What we have done though, we've done like a mirror finish on the back, which I think so it doesn't look as kind of obvious.
Yeah.
Just so the grass kind of like reflects off it.
I think you did mention as well when we were sort of having a bit of a discussion pre-video, is that if you are looking at going down that utility direction in longer irons, you've got to consider that you might need to sort of choose a different shaft. You can't match it in, blend it to your irons.
Yeah, they normally go like graphite option for the utility. So again, obviously shaft weights changes a bit, profile can change a little bit. So yeah, it just depends if the ball flight's going to be optimum still.
Well, it looks like Dan's warmed up anyway, so shall we get stuck in?
Yeah, let's get stuck in. Yeah, we're going to get you hitting with 7 iron, obviously that fitted you before.
Yep.
So if anyone's not aware, so ZXi7, standard lie, Nippon modus 105 X flex, 1/4 inch longer than standard. So yeah, we'll give it a go. Like I said, just kind of, you know, remember the feel again, and obviously make sure the flight looks okay. And then yeah, we'll pick out that pylon in the distance. That'll be a good line. So straight over that, and yeah, like I said, just get some feedback, and then we'll go into the long irons in a minute. Good. Obviously, compared to your current 7 irons, look a little bit slimmer than before.
It's slimmer. One thing I can tell straight away is how it gets through to.
What a bit better turf
so
interaction.
Much better, yeah. Like if you can see how we're warming up, mine were quite digger.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit of a digger anyway.
Yeah.
This feels like it's a bit more glider.
It'll be the V-sole as well. You know, it's just designed to, you know, whether you're kind of too steep or too shallow, just to kind of get good turf interaction. Yeah, still
feels
happy
good.
with it.
Yeah, it feels good. Flight's good. It definitely goes through ground better.
Yeah, which is a good thing. Right, so let's go on to the long irons. Where do you want to start first?
Oof.
So let's go. I think let's go 5 because that's what you think you need,
Yeah.
and then we'll go with the others. Like I said, I think we both agree that's the ZXi7 is probably not the way, just because it's nice to get a little bit more help.
Yeah, I think we can discount that right off bat, can't we? I don't know. What do you think?
I think we should see him hit it just for camera.
Yeah, we'll see it.
We'll see him hit it.
Well, the good thing with a 7 and 5 is the loft's the same on a 4-iron. So it's not like you're having to go strong if you do go more forgiving.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. So like I said, we'll hit a few of that. We'll probably then get you in with 7, and then we'll get you hitting the utility. And then you should then get a feel of like what you prefer in terms of like turf interaction, ball flight, feel.
Yeah.
Really. But yeah, if anyone is wondering, obviously we do the ZXi4 in 4-iron. But yeah, purpose of this video, we've not got it to try. Just reason being, if you go in 7 then 4, the loft gap's too big. So you'd have, you know, a lot bigger gap from say 4 to 5-iron than you would normally, and you just can't kind of get, you know, the distance and correct. So well, like I said, it's a good thing with utility where plenty forgiving, just as forgiving as the 4, I'd say, maybe more forgiving, but it's quite traditional loft. You know, 4-iron's 23. That's better. Yeah, good strike. Right, let's try the 7. Like I said, I think it's sadly a bit too much maybe to kind of handle, but we need to see.
For someone with my skill set.
Your words, not mine.
Oh no, that one's way better, isn't it?
Oh, good. But it'll be one of them, like, you know, when you're playing well and on your day, you'll be fine. It's just like your bad days will be a little bit worse than the 5, I'd say, over utility.
Close. Not quite. Should we discount that one?
Yeah, just not. I feel like it's not as forgiving.
No, it's not as forgiving. And I mean, I've seen much better players than me comboing these, so I think I would be a fool to.
No, that's fair enough. Right, so let's go utility. Have you hit this before?
No.
Okay.
Does look very forgiving, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's a big bulky old head.
I say it's quite, you know, large head. You can see a bit of the back, but like I said, because it's done like a mirror finish, the grass kind of reflects off it,
Yeah.
so it hides it a little bit. Quite clever. Divots look a little bit shallower as well.
Yeah.
Obviously a bit of a wider sole, but it's probably not a bad thing for a 4-iron anyway. Yeah, you don't want to be too steep. Strike. Yeah, shot. First impressions, how does it feel?
I don't know if I'm as sold, you know, with this shaft.
What, being graphite?
Yeah, it feels a bit whipper, a bit all over.
Yeah. Again, we can obviously look at shaft options. Yeah. Yeah, because again, it's only downside. I think we do some steel options. Shot. But not as many as, like, you can't get every single steel shaft option into the utility, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think I could hit much better than that.
I'd say that was 220, so it's a bit further than the others as well. I think your best with a 5 was the 215.
Yeah.
Yeah, so about 5 extra yards. So it is going to be a little bit hotter off the fade. It's not a bad thing because that's where people then start to drop off normally when you go like 4 and 5 iron in terms of carry. But yeah, I think it would be a case, obviously, we'd look into shaft options and see what shaft option would be kind of the best alternative. I said I'll double check when I get my manual, when I look at the manual we've got. But yeah, again, if you wanted to go down the steel route and we can get the Modus 105X, then yeah, that might be the easiest way to go about it. Or if you did want graphite, maybe something a little bit heavier potentially, so the weight difference isn't too much.
Yeah. I'm just wondering with my bag, so I've obviously got my hybrid, which is about 230. Would this be too close and be too much of a gap between this and
the one I
5
fitted you for?
Yeah.
I thought it went a bit further than that.
Well, I'm being modest. 230, 240.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah. I thought I remember it was a bit further. You obviously get a bit more run out with a hybrid, I'd say.
Yeah.
I think carry might be quite close, but then obviously you'll get a bit more run out. I'd imagine that 2 hybrid, it should definitely go, yeah, I'd say at least 15 yards further. So I don't feel like they would be too close. You got to think there's 6-degree aloft difference. Shaft's longer than a hybrid. Hybrids generally go a bit further anyway. I don't think they'd be too close to each other.
I'm just thinking, if that's 220, is that too much for a 4? Yeah, I don't feel like that's for me. You know, like I know you said potentially we could swap shaft as well, but
is it more just because it's
I think it's
graphite?
Just looking down it. I don't like seeing all that.
Just looks a bit too big.
Yeah,
maybe.
it's too clunker. I mean, it's weird because when you look at it from there, it looks lovely.
Yeah,
you think that's really good looking, but then I put it down and I'm like, I don't think that's for me. Yeah.
Let's go back to ZXi5. I think the 7's probably out of the equation just because of level of forgiveness. So yeah, let's see how this goes.
Yeah, that's much better. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, good distance.
That's 131 ball, which is, yeah, that's about me with 4.
Yeah. But just, again, more, so for you it's more looks than anything.
Yeah.
You just prefer the look of it, so it
yeah,
blends
because I start thinking all sorts in my head, you know what I'm like. But that just looks nice.
No, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'd say as long as you're happy, that's the main thing. And again, there's no real right answer. I'll say, you know, I think you could realistically, number-wise, play either the 5 or the utility, but then it comes down just for looks, which is just personal preference and it's confidence. So yeah, like I said, we'll go 5 in the 4 iron. In terms of the others, what do you think will be the better option?
What, to combo them?
Yeah.
Like probably 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, if you feel like that's going to be
and then
7 in the others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, the lofts kind of stay generally, when you start, the shorter irons go a little bit stronger when you go 5 compared to the 7 range, but the long irons and mid generally are the same, which is good. And again, all we'll do is if some's slightly out, we'll just tweak it so the lofts are all matching properly. But yeah, like I said, I think that'd be a good combination. And then yeah, again, just to confirm, obviously Nippon Modus 105X, standard lie, 1/4 inch longer. And also we'll look at some grip options as well. So what you prefer?
Yeah,
I know you prefer mid, so which one?
Which ones is it? Is it CP where it's like black and?
Oh, CP2, the wrap one.
Yeah.
I've got mine.
Yes.
Yeah, we can have a look. Perfect.
Cool.
So I think that brings this Srixon ZXi Iron Master Fit to a conclusion.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's safe to say, guys, obviously if you've not seen Sam before, that's the level of service to expect from you. You know, obviously there's no shortcuts taken, is there?
No, like I said, we'll go through everything just to make sure that you're happy. And yeah, like I said, that's why it is good with a Srixon that you can do the combo sets and, you know, get it dialed in and yeah, leaving no stone unturned.
It did surprise me. I did think Dan would have gone down route of that utility iron.
I probably did in the end, yeah.
But at the end of the day, when you're buying a set, it's you're the end user, and there's everyone has different feels, don't they?
Yeah, it's just personal preference. When it comes to such a small, you know, if you look at, you know, looking at the data, the distances of ball speeds are pretty similar.
Yeah.
Ball flights look very similar. It just comes down to you then what you like the look of, a feel of. Again, utility is obviously like a hollow head, so it's a bit different sound and feel to the 5.
And I think golf being such a mental game, you know, it is important that you sort of do like the look of the club, and you know, you can. If you went down the route of something like you didn't like the look of it, it could end up in disaster, couldn't it?
Yeah, you just then you could end up spending even more money in the long run. You know,
Yeah.
changing your set, and yeah, you lose that confidence.
So I think it's been a fantastic final episode, because now there's no doubt Stan can go into his new set of golf clubs, not wondering, should I have got that utility iron, or should I have, you know, gone ZXi7. He knows now, he's fully committed, and yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing him playing with these out on course.
Just got to get his wallet out.
And do you know what? Biggest thing I've noticed today was interaction with the turf. His divots in his warm up for like this long, and with the ZXIs, they were like half the length.
Yeah, like I said, it's different sole and different grind. That's where, you know, turf interaction just didn't look as steep.
Yeah,
which is a big thing. Just
so
consistency of strike.
I think once he gets used to these, we'll give him a few rounds to get used to them, and then we'll get him on channel for a match. But I'm looking forward to seeing how he hits them, and I think he'll do really well with him.
Yeah, I think it would be good.
So, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this 3-part fitting. Obviously, if you're looking to get a custom fit with Sam on irons, I mean, generally speaking, are you around about what sort of time length is a fit? Is it a couple of hours?
2 hours for an iron fitting normally.
2 hours.
Like I said, it'd be normally just at the studio, and then like I said, brand wise, I've got plenty of options. I think I've got 8 brands for irons.
Yeah.
So like I said, just obviously added Mizuno, so that's another good iron option.
Excellent.
So yeah.
Well, guys, hope you're enjoying the videos. If you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. We're on the way to 50,000. And make sure you check Sam out at Golf Repair for all your fitting needs. And we'll see you in a few days' time. Bye.